Here at Scott Legal, we know the ins and outs of immigration. We are here to help you navigate the oftentimes complex road in achieving your immigration goals. We have new immigration videos every week. If you are new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and bell. You can also sign up for one of our webinars, or get a free immigration guide, by clicking the link below. Change of status. Overview. People visit the United States for many different reasons, such as tourism, starting a business venture, or visiting family members and friends. While you are in the United States, your circumstances may change, and you may want to extend your stay because of a sick family member, or change your non-immigrant status because you were accepted to a university. There are procedures you must follow to change your non-immigrant status from one category to another. For example, an individual may enter on a B2 visa for tourism, but then decide to go to school. In this case, the individual would have to change status from a B2 visa to an F1 visa. Similarly, if a student on an F1 visa wanted to start a business, they would have to change from an F1 visa to an E2 visa. This process is called a change of status. Requirements and eligibility. You can change status if you are in the United States on a valid immigration status, and you meet the requirements for the status you are changing to. You cannot change status if you entered on the visa waiver program. Also, for certain non-immigrant visas, status changes are not permitted, such as the visa M1 to the visa F1 or J visa. Application process. You must apply to extend or change your non-immigrant status before the expiration date on your I-94. It is important that you do not change your activities until you receive approval from the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services for the change in status. For example, if you enroll in school and begin attending classes before you receive an approval, you will be acting outside of the authorized activities for your current status under the tourist visa. The failure to maintain status could lead to future bars to entry, or to you being removed from the United States for violating the terms and conditions of your status, and can also make you ineligible for a change of status. You are allowed to remain in the United States until USCIS makes a decision on your application if the following requirements are met. 1. USCIS received the application before your non-immigrant status expired. 2. You have not violated the terms of your status, and 3. You meet the basic eligibility requirements for the new visa. Although you may remain in the United States while your application is being processed, you still need to pay attention to the expiration date of your current non-immigrant status. Once the I-94 expires, you will not have a new non-immigrant status until USCIS approves your application. This means, you will not be allowed to conduct business or work in the U.S. after the expiration date, even if your previous non-immigrant status allowed you to do so. You will not be considered out of status while your application is being processed, but if USCIS denies your change of status application, you will be deemed to have been out of status for the entire period that you remained in the U.S. after your non-immigrant status expired. Once you receive the denial from USCIS, you will be required to depart from the U.S. immediately. How long does the visa last for? If granted, the new status will be valid up until the date on your approval notice. If you leave the U.S., you will require a visa to re-enter, and your status is generally terminated. How are family members treated? Family members can usually change status along with the primary applicant. To learn more, take a look at our resources in the description box below. You can also sign up for a free visa guide, any of our upcoming webinars, and Facebook groups. You can also schedule a consultation for a date and time that is best for you. Here at Scott Legal, we know the ins and outs of immigration. We are here to help you navigate the oftentimes complex road in achieving your goal of permanently living and working in the United States.